Orange County Registered Digital.
Hello and welcome to the final OCVarsity Dugout show of the season. I am your host, Jonathan Khamis. This is Steve Fryer. Steve, I still have my hockey playoff beard. Should I shave it now that the Ducks have been eliminated?
No, wait until Chicago beats Tampa Bay in 6 games.
Wow, that's you heard it from Steve first. We're talking baseball here, Steve. The CIF finals are this Saturday at San Manuel Stadium in San Bernardino. And before we get to Division II and the Diablos behind us, we have to talk about Division I, where yesterday, Steve, we saw Huntington Beach with a 4-0 shutout over Norco. They are going to play Hart. Now, Hart has only played one Orange County team all year. That was J. Sarah in the quarterfinals. They beat them 10-6. What to look out for in this Division I matchup, 7:30 Saturday night, Steve?
Well, the way Huntington Beach is playing right now, that's a really complete baseball team. You know, they're going to have Noah Davis on the hill Saturday. Hart has had a couple shutouts in these playoffs too, so we know that they've got some outstanding pitching as well. And any team that beats J. Sarah's got to have it together as well. But, you know, Huntington Beach presents a lot of problems for any opposing pitcher. They got so many guys that can hit. You know, you got to start at the top of the line with Amaral, and then you got, Powelson in there. Moore, the first baseman, he's had a great year. Landon's just doing a great year over there too. He's his OPS is like 1.2, something like that. It's crazy. So they've got a pretty solid hitting lineup. San Manuel is going to be a big stadium. Not going to be any home runs hit out of there, but a lot of doubles and things like that. And this team has, some of that gap power Huntington Beach does. So they're going to be awful hard to beat.
Talking offense, what about their defense, Steve? The Oilers playing some of the best defense I've quite frankly seen at a high school level. They are fun to watch. So let's transition to Division II, and who better to talk about Division II than the Diablos? We caught up with Mission Viejo and their coach, Chris Ashback, and he talks about who they're facing on the mound. In Chino Hills, they got a lefty of their own.
On the mound, they got Bailey Falter, big left-handed pitcher committed to Santa Barbara. He's very Sandoval type as well. I mean, he's 6'4", 89, 91, curveball, changeup. He's a complete pitcher. He's a draft pick. He'll go in the upcoming draft on Monday or Tuesday, depending on the day he goes. But we got a work cut out for us. They're going to be very good offensively up and down the lineup, and their left-handed pitcher is really good.
It would mean the world. We run out there every day before practice, and we go touch the banner and then walk back and go start our practice. So, I mean, it'd be an awesome way to end the year.
Road to the dog pile is what we call it. And it's going to mean everything to these guys. We're just a bunch of kids coming out having fun, and being able to come out here every day and be able to play the most amount of games that we possibly could have means everything to us.
Our thanks to the Mission Viejo Diablos for the hospitality. The last team that we are visiting this year, Steve. Don't shed a tear for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
I feel awful.
Yeah, you sure do. Mission Viejo, they are playing against a tough Chino Hills team. We heard Coach talk about their lefty on the mound, but Mission Viejo, they got some studs too, specifically Patrick Sandoval, the USC commit.
Yeah, Sandoval's a great looking left-hander. Tyler Odekirk's been hitting the ball great. Sharpley's really good behind the dish. Jeepers, Cole out there in the outfield, he's had a great year for them too. So it's a really complete team, but really kind of the surprise team for that group is Tanner Bibby that Coach was talking about. Geez, he's won 3 playoff games just a sophomore. I know I talked to Coach Ashback before the season started. One of the things he was worried about was pitching depth, but young Tanner's really brought it home.
Hey, what about Chino Hills, Steve? I know this is a team that loves to hit the long ball.
Yeah, they do. They've got a couple guys who've been hitting pretty good. They got a guy named Canner Zickerfrus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's got 10 home runs. Christopher Sabalos has got 12. So those are guys that can hit the ball pretty long. As a team, they have 29 home runs. That's a lot of high school home runs, especially these BB Corps bats these kids are swinging these days. I don't know what size ball yard they play in. San Manuel Stadium is going to be a lot bigger, but they're hitting it hard, they're hitting it far, and so we'll have to see how they match it with Sandoval. As was talked about earlier, they've got a great left-hander too on the hill. Falter's going to be pretty tough for Mission Viejo to beat. So we'll see how that one goes. That's a 4:00 game Saturday. Then right after that, we got the 7:30 game with Hart and Huntington Beach over at San Manuel Stadium. So it should be a fun Saturday of baseball. You know what's interesting too is that when we see this Mission Viejo team, we're going to see a team that looks a little bit different. I think they all went somewhere together and adapted a different look for this week of the playoffs.
Yeah, you can see them behind me. Purely sun, right? It's all natural.
Well, I think Patrick Sandoval has the secret to how that happened.
Yeah, I've been training with the water polo team a little bit. they got me influencing this hair.
They look good, and we wish the Diablos luck. But personally, Steve, I just want to thank you all year and all season. Steve has helped out on the Gridiron Show, on the Hoop Show, now the Dugout Show, and now he goes on to a long, beautiful vacation in the Bahamas.
Maybe someplace.
Yeah, maybe somewhere else. All right, thanks to Steve Fryer. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis, and for all your latest CIF Finals updates in baseball and softball, check out OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.
Orange County Register. We are here in the service of Orange County.